Nigeria. The African Union representative, Your Excellency, the Deputy Chief of Staff, Honorable Minister, Trade and Investment, Honorable Minister, Industry, States, agency heads, AU representatives, private sector partners, MSMEs, not just in Nigeria, across the continent. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Let me start by thanking the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. When we got the approval to host this event, the VP had to go and sit down to brief the President on why we are hosting the event and what will be the benefits for Nigerian small businesses and African small businesses by and large. Mr. President, in his usual style, graciously approved immediately for us to host this event. So, Your Excellency, the task before me this morning is to set the tone for what we're going to be witnessing in the next 3, 4, 5 days. As you all are aware that June 27th of every year has been declared by the United Nations as World MSME Day. And you know that Nigeria will celebrate that in our own grand style. Ladies and gentlemen, we carefully selected the theme for this year's event. Building resilient MSMEs through digital innovation, market access, and affordable financing. Africa, as at March 2025, has a population of 1.52 billion. The entire world, as at the same month, has a population of 8.2 billion. If my math is correct, Africa is almost 20% of the entire world. Almost. You know, it's about 19.6 something, but you know in maths you can move to the nearest figure, so we can say 20%. When you are 20% of any stake, any business, any population, you have a right to sit on the table. Not just a right to sit on the table, you have a right to decide what part of the dining table you want to sit. Our population in Africa should not be a problem to Africa. It is a blessing to Africa. But we must first understand what it is. Africa must first understand its place in the rest of the world. Africa, you see, we have a unique and dynamic population, a youthful population for that matter. Access to funding is a major issue. We in Nigeria have been driving this since 2015, non-stop. The target for our government every time is to ensure that we have a consistent single-digit lending rates to SMEs. That is the only thing that will work. And this government has taken the bull by the horn. In Africa, it is possible. Because Algeria has a lending rate of 8%. Morocco has a lending rate of 5 to 6%. South Africa is 11%. Rwanda is 15.152%. Tanzania is 15.7333%. So what we're talking about is that it is possible. I mean, if Morocco has consistently had, in short, it just recently jumped to 6%. It used to be sub 4%. If it's happening over there in North Africa, it can happen in the rest of Africa. So, part of the things we hope to be seeing in the next 3 days is deliberating as Africans on how we can sustain this tempo and ensure that we replicate what is happening, the good things happening somewhere else, we replicate it everywhere in Africa. Your Excellency, in planning this program, AU and some of their partners were insistent on us ensuring that some agencies are a part of it. Of course, naturally, those agencies were going to be a part anyway. But I was curious. I wanted to know why they were particular. DBN must do XYZ, SMEDAN must do XYZ, and BOI must do XYZ. So I called them that, hold on, we've set up our country committee. Why these agencies? So, Your Excellency, it might interest you to know that the feedback I got that DBN, our own Development Bank of Nigeria, has helped about 4 African countries set up their own development banks. I said, what is so special about Bank of Industry? They said to me that they just launched a product that they had been struggling to launch for 15 years. How did they do it? So the truth is that I'm particularly happy that Africans are not too proud to learn from one another. When I went to Indiana at the GEC conference, I ran into another African country, a minister, and I said to her that I will be coming to your country to learn how you people have sustainably reduced the interest rate for SMEs for over 27 years in your country. And Your Excellency, with your permission, I will go there to go and study how they've been able to do this. Because it is possible. When somebody has done a thing, that is a testament or a sign to the other person that it is possible. Ladies and gentlemen, my boss will be speaking at some point. The 2 ministers are here, they will be speaking at some point. I know that the DG Madam will be speaking. The Deacons has already spoken. The truth is that most of what will be said are on what I'm going to be talking about. So it is usually better to hear from the big eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, African Union, I want to thank you. I want to thank your entire team for putting this together. I'm sorry, I know I'm a very tough person to work with, but you see, we are results driven. And I want to thank your team for putting up with me, basically, but I'm sure you are happy with what you have seen so far, but this is just the beginning. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and God bless you all.